So welcome to the Article 1776 podcast.
Hi.
I'm Matthew Kicklater. This is Scottsdale 87. So Scottsdale, just prior to the podcast, you're saying
How you doing?
you said
Is this thing on? Does it work?
you said that God dang cousin, you lucky brother that I live. You're also
You're lucky you're my all right, that was God damn it, you're lucky you're my cousin, brother, else I'd fuck you.
That's how we start off the podcast.
That would suck.
I had a whole like series of things. It was like so what does a woman from Polk County say after sex? God damn it, Carl, get off my marbles, you're crushing my soft back.
And start with the intro.
All right, now we have to take a little bit of a break, and I think we're gonna get to the 13th Amendment, but something has happened in the last few days. I don't know if you know about it, but it's literally the biggest intelligence leak the United States has ever suffered. Do you know what I'm talking about?
They found out you popped your cherry.
Woo! That was spicy. No, a 21-year-old Air Guard, I think that's what they are, Air Guard, IT serviceman or whatever, service member, leaked specific information about our allies and U.S. forces and capabilities and all of the bullshit that we're actually doing in Ukraine. You haven't heard about this?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me with Private Bergdahl and Chelsea Manning and then all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, see, now here's the thing. Now, I said something about this a couple podcasts ago. I said that we had American operators on the ground fighting with Ukrainian forces. Did I not?
I mean, yeah, it was shown on the Black Rifle Coffee Company.
But they were saying it was more of a consultory position.
Yeah.
They weren't directively engaging them. Oh, fuck no. U.S. Special Forces have been on the ground in Russia, in fucking Ukraine, since the fucking start. We have our elbows so far in this fucking cookie jar, we're stuck with it up on top of the fucking refrigerator right now. Like, mommy has come into the kitchen and found us with our arm in the cookie jar. Anyway, so they sent a SWAT team, U.S. Marshals and all this SWAT team to fucking Boston, arrested this dude. He was literally just trying to impress his friends on a video game chat room.
And then
that's all. He has... Yeah, and then he wound up getting arrested by SWAT. He literally had, and his friends have gone to bat for him anonymously on TV already and said, hey, look, he has no interest in fucking telling people of any other country what we're doing. It was just like, hey, I have this and you don't have it. That's all it was for. Clout.
Which is stupid because then you are giving away information about things such as NATO and what
OPSEC security.
Yeah.
Like that shit. We were just talking about that last podcast.
Yeah.
Because I'm nosy, I want to know what was in those fucking documents.
I mean, like, you do have a big brown nose, but so do I.
Yeah, like China just released bank statements that show Hunter Biden getting fucking payments from China, and that fucking big man was taking fucking cuts off of it. So like,
Well, we knew all
dude,
that.
we're fucked. We're fucked. We've been sold out by our own fucking government.
Well, but we done knew that.
Yeah, but now I can actually look at people and say, hey, guess what? We're fucked.
But now we actually done knew that Biden had ties to China.
Yeah. Yeah, because of his fucking son and his brother and some other bullshit that happened. Like, come on, man.
And I mean, like, this goes up there with smoking, like showing his asshole and smoking crack out of the fucking crack pipe and shit. And I'm talking about Hunter. I mean, in the comments.
Pick up our t-shirt higher than Hunter Biden on article1776.com right now.
Yeah.
Tax hikes and crack pipes, gas, groceries, and what was it? Gas, groceries, and something else, all higher than Hunter Biden.
You like that little plug in, huh?
I do.
Good job. Good job with that. I'm proud of it.
You kind of like you underhanded that one.
Yeah.
Let's base it.
Yeah.
Fucking Yankees are losing.
Anyway, that was going for a double. So.
I play it safe. All right, so let's jump into this. Article 13 of the United States Amendment.
Wait, what? Oh. The way that you worded it sounded so weird.
That's because I said it wrong, and nobody heard that. It's fine. It didn't count. The 13th Amendment of the United States Constitution.
I'm not editing that out.
Hey, you're gonna.
No, I'm not.
I know where you fucking live.
Good.
Oh, did you get your invite yet?
Yeah, I told you I got the. Yeah,
okay. Yeah, you gotta send that back, by the way.
Oh, I do?
It's an RSVP, numbnuts.
Well, you should.
You gotta send it back with what you want to eat.
I'll eat anything now. But go ahead. 13th Amendment, sir.
Hang on a second. Can we put crayons on the menu for the wedding?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm sending it. I'm asking you right now. There, it's sent.
I'm down. Okay, as long as they're red.
Get you a 64 pack. Oh, I can get you the Colors of the World pack.
I'll be like, give them one for Chesty. All right, 13th Amendment. Let's go.
Give you a green. All right. She says, "Shut up." She knows that we're recording this, so she's like, "Just tell him to shut up." That's her again. And no. Sorry, Matt. No crayons. You get salmon or you get steak.
Okay.
If we got filet mignon on the menu, dude, don't you skip me like that. Make it worth my fucking money, goddammit.
I'll do red crayon shavings with salmon.
See, that we can probably do. We'll just bring a crayon sharpener and a crayon for you. You're good. We got you. All right. So 13th Amendment, Section 1. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, prisons, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any other place subject to their jurisdiction. Gitmo. Sorry. Yeah. Congress, or Section 2, Congress shall have power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation. Let's try to break that down and see what that means. Can we do that?
Yeah.
All right. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted. Not a full sentence, obviously, because there's more. But let's break that section down right there. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment. So let's say, let's take, well, what's that fucking kid's name? Aurora, Colorado, several years ago. Nicholas Cruz? No, that was the fucking school shooter. He was a school shooter.
Yeah.
He was convicted of a crime. He is now subject to either slavery or involuntary servitude. As what I think this says, because it literally says you can't be a slave or be involuntary indentured, except if you're punished for a crime that you've been convicted of. I'm not reading that wrong, am I? Like, I'm probably reading into it wrong. I hope I'm reading into it wrong.
So here's the thing.
But that's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah. You do the crime, you do the time. I'll say that. Here, let me.
So if you make license plates in California, is that like involuntary servitude?
I think so.
Or is that slavery?
Or that could be just employment. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, they do that. They give inmates jobs inside. So, I mean, that could be it. But that's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah. 13th Amendment simplified. The 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution provides that neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have duty, a duly convicted shall exist. Exactly what you said. So
yeah, it's not simplified at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So overall, the main purpose of the 13th Amendment, one was overview the 13th Amendment, and was abolishment of slavery.
That's very loosely worded, though.
Yeah.
It doesn't say slavery of every kind is strictly prohibited in the United States here, like, from this point forward. 13th Amendment.
So when I think about this, I think about Cassiusclay, and not Muhammad Ali Cassiusclay, but the old school senator. I think it was a senator that ran alongside with Abraham Lincoln. He was Cassiusclay was more anti-slavery than Abraham Lincoln was.
Okay, so check this out. This is an actual case from 1910. Bailey versus Alabama, the state of Alabama, docket number 300, decided by white court. Now, if that don't tell you how segregated this is pretty segregated. All right, so facts of the case. Let's hang on. Let me bring this up. That way it can be seen. Share this tab instead. Okay, facts of the case. Bailey contracted to work on a farm for a year at $12 a month. He quit after a month and did not return a $15 advance to him. Under Alabama law, Bailey's act was criminal, and he was sentenced to 136 days of hard labor under the Alabama peonage law. Did this law violate the 13th Amendment? It actually did. The court, through Hughes, argued that the law was a restriction on personal rights. Judged by its effect and not by its pretense, the law violated the 13th Amendment. Involuntary servitude meant more than slavery. So that makes a little more sense now.
Yeah.
Because I was saying if you're sentenced to 136 days of hard labor, that's involuntary servitude.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, $15 to a... Okay.
What you got to think at that time was basically an arm and a leg for paying.
Well, not even that, but look, think of the time. Now, I'm talking about in the pretense of what this time is, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Slavery was a thing for a very long time after this point. There's a lot of bitter feelings about this. Now, take a free black man who gets a $15 advance. I'm not saying he did anything stupid with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that he went to the bar and drank it off. I'm not saying that. But, like, obviously he had to use a little bit of that money to either feed himself. If he had a family, he had to feed a family, or whatever he had to do to maintain his lifestyle.
Yeah.
Hygiene products. That's a gold mine to, fuck, it sounds so bad saying it, but to a black man in those times, that's a lot of money to anybody, really.
Yeah.
But 136 days of hard labor for that, like, I don't think that this is necessarily should have been considered a criminal act.
Yeah.
I mean, so okay, $12 a month, that's pretty good. But he got a $15 advance. Maybe he's got $7 left. You can make him work off the rest of it. That's about it.
Yeah.
Or like pay a fine. Okay, well, look, check this out. He's got to do this work. He could pay the fine, stop working, and then go about his way. That's not indentured servitude. 136 days, I'm sure, is not the same amount as what would have been $12 or $15, So I could see where that was involuntary servitude.
Yeah.
Not indentured. but that brings the case a little bit something better. This one, Bailey versus Alabama. That's Bailey versus Alabama. I don't want to see Bailey cases. No, that's not. This is all Alabama anyway. But, like, I can understand that. So, by this law, you can't be basically a slave by any means. Like, you're going to do your time regardless, but it's not like you have to do hard labor.
Yeah. I thought I instantaneously. I don't know if you thought about this, but and they showed it in movies a lot too, where people that got arrested or to prison were nailing the
chain gangs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been a violation of 13th Amendment rights anyway. Like, I'm not saying that. Based on history, yes, black people were dealt a bad hand.
Yeah.
And it sucks all around.
Well, here's a lesser known fact too, and I'm really going to issue out and I'm not going to play the race card for both sides. You know what Celtics are, right?
Celtic, like Irish, Scottish, yeah. So, Welsh, all that, yeah, Celtic. Yeah.
There was also a period of time to where white people were enslaved by the their landowners. I'll give you something like this here too. And I'm gonna step on a lot of toes with this one.
Dude, that's what we're about here. We step on toes. And it's not to be mean or anything. It's just people need to understand facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was an African tribe that actually sold their old people.
Well, that's how... So, now, from what I've understood, and, like, I'm not saying that this is true. This is just information that has been acquired over, years of being alive. Yeah, the first instance of slavery was actually from a black gentleman. He was the first slaver who brought people over from Africa. So,
well, hold on. So here's this. This is from, of course, Wikipedia. Many nations, such as the Bono state, Ashanti of present-day Ghana, and the Yoruba of present-day Nigeria, were involved in slave trading.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, they were, the first. They were sold by their own, their own tribes, and And we don't need to give a history lesson on this any more than we already are. Like we everybody knows, and it sucks.
Yeah.
This, so like this, this would definitely protect that.
Yeah.
And I think this is just a little like the way this is worded is very like general. It's not like this is absolutely illegal in all cases. It shouldn't even be considered. This is what we're trying to get rid of, But I don't know. All of it's fucking weird. It's as I thought I knew it, but as we're delving into it, like I feel very like stupid.
See, you're being educated on what we do. This is the reason why. This is the reason why I'm also very persistent on the Constitution, going through this throughout the podcast. So then that way, you guys, not only listeners at home on YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere else, you guys aren't the only ones learning. We're also the ones learning, because the best way to learn about things is to teach it as well. Yeah. And for you listeners on Spotify, what I'm seeing right now, Spotify and Google Podcasts, Scottsdale is just leaning back on his chair like,
I take a nap.
No, it looks like I'm doing the podcast all by myself, folks.
Oh, God.
Welcome back, Lazy Susan.
Susan.
Oh, he just sat up, folks, for you guys.
Oh, no, Susan.
He sat up.
Oh, no, Susan. Like, you want to get my play-by-play of that, too?
Well, I'm catering to our listeners on Spotify and Google Podcasts.
Hey, it's like Eli said, you should have watched it.
So, yeah, that's the general history of the 13th Amendment. It meant to kind of involuntarily, like do its thing with prisons and all that stuff. Which
involuntary servitude is wrong. Slavery is wrong. 13th Amendment protects against that.
Mm-hmm. Which I will say, this is just my personal thing.
Well, it doesn't seem like it says that, but that's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
So I will say this. I think that, and I'm going to touch on this topic, there are way too many incarcerations.
For the wrong reasons, yes. Yeah. Well, just incarcerations in general, but like, I get, some people should be locked up for the fucking rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Not everybody.
And I guess for the state, I don't know, but if a person knows the state rules, then yeah, I guess. But if they're way underneath the legal possession of marijuana, then they should be free to go.
I'm listening. I'm trying to decide what I want to drink.
Here I am talking about important events, and he's unprepared as shit.
I wanted a drink. Fuck you! I already finished the other one I had. What do you mean unprepared? I finished a drink.
Then put that one close to you. Do you know what I mean?
It's cold.
No shit, guys. Both on the Google Podcast and Spotify, this man literally just grabbed a drink from his fridge, expecting it not to be really cold, hold it close and be like, oh, that's really cold. What do you think?
You told me to hold it close. I just said it was cold. Yeah, it's cold.
Put it on your desk.
Hold it close, put it on my desk. Make up your fucking mind, bro.
God, it's like walking a kindergarten.
It's like arguing with a 6-year-old.
It's like walking a kindergarten throughout school. That's army training for you.
What are you talking about? I had 2 weeks. I get no fucking training. I got yelled at for 2 weeks.
Well, still the equivalent.
You
I don't
think
know.
that's all army training is? They just yell at you for 6 weeks and then like, ah, here's a gun. Fuck.
So
So I had a lady today. We were talking about like things children say, right, when they're kids. And this lady goes, I asked my son one time what he wanted to be for when he grew up, and he goes, I want to be a crayon. And I go, oh, so he wants to be a Marine. She's like, I don't get it. And I was like, yeah, I don't either, but apparently it's a Marine Corps thing.
that's my boy.
She goes, oh, now I get it.
That's my boy.
You're my boy, Blue. My dog just came down here, but with a total lack of fiance. Fiance is not on camera. Camera's not pointing in that direction because that's not how these monitors are set up anymore.
Oh, now you're back to adult.
I can hear her
But
though.
I mean, it just looks better.
I can hear her though.
I know. So can everybody else who watches this podcast now.
Wait, what?
I'm recording. They can hear your voice.
Does she feel stupid?
No. Warhammer says hi.
Hi.
Now she doesn't want to talk.
Got her hand caught in the cookie jar, bro.
he says, do you too?
So, but yeah. If you're a good person, you're a good person. If you're incarcerated for the wrong reasons,
Appeal.
yeah, you can do an appeal. Like, I think
As much as you can.
it wasn't Liluzivert that was arrested, and then Trump got him out of prison, wasn't it?
Who the fuck is Little Uzi Vert?
The rapper, Trump.
Is it a candy bar?
No, it's a rapper.
A candy bar rapper? Look, I don't pay attention to that.
Well, I'm just asking because I'm not sure. Didn't Trump?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's look up who Trump pardoned. Oh man. As Pop Colonel would say, my mating call.
Lucky you didn't come out the other end.
Holy hell.
What?
Trump granted 237 acts of clemency during his 4 years in the White House, including 143 pardons and 94 commutations. Holy shit. Let's look at this list.
Okay. You want to share it, please?
we're going to go through this.
All right.
There's a lot.
Yeah, so I'm editing this, so.
All right. Trump's use of executive clemency. Trump had a backlog of 14,000 applications even after he fucking pardoned his shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Supporters and political allies. Rod Baglajevic. Oh, God, look at that fucking nose.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Milken.
Mm-hmm.
An old Pennywise. Joe Arpaio. No way. Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Man, he was the sheriff in my hometown for 24 years, as it says. Damn.
Uh-huh.
That motherfucker, Tent City, he had this thing where he would make his inmates wear pink. It was a degradation kind of thing. Your socks were pink. Your underwear was pink. Your shirt, your pants were pink. Your tunic over your fucking shirt was pink. Your sandals were pink. Like, DMX spent time there. That's funny. Yeah, Dinesh D'Souza. I don't know. D'Souza. What was he? A conspiracy theorist? What did he do? I don't know. Clint Lawrence, the picture. Bernard Garrick looks like fucking what's his name? Manafort. Well, that guy's a fucking tool. Roger Stone, tool. Michael Flynn. Not a bad dude. Just was really in a fucked up position.
Yeah.
That guy's a fucking tool.
Go back to Michael Flynn. Yeah. Was he the
Palace.
no, but hold on. Go back to Michael Flynn.
What's up?
Was he I could be wrong.
He was the director of the Defense Intelligence Agency.
Oh, okay, because I thought that he was one of the officers.
You're thinking of Mark. You're thinking of Millie.
No, I was thinking about one of the officers that was Army officers that was in comms with. What's it? No, hold on. With oh God, what's his name?
What did he do? I might be able to help. Bergdahl, Snowden, Assange, Elon Musk. I don't know.
No, so no, he was in communicate. I thought he was one of those lieutenants that were in communication with. Fellow Marine that.
No, it says here he resigned in light of reports that he had lied regarding conversations with Sergei
Dakota Meyer.
Dakota Meyer.
The Medal of Honor recipient Marine.
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah, so there was two lieutenants that were being dumbasses, Army lieutenants that were being dumbasses, saying that the flight would be 15 minutes to help them on out with fire support. That's why I thought that I thought of over there.
No, not that one. Okay, let's see who else. Bannon, that guy's a fucking tool. George Papadopoulos, I don't know much about him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, false statements to FBI agents. Okay. Gerald Nadler, Nads. Carol B. Maloney, New York 12th Congressional Congress, and 14th Manhattan's East Side, Astoria, and Long Island. Who else?
Guys, to be honest with you, I don't think we know much about these people.
Mitt Romney was.
Oh, Mitt.
Mitt Romney is just Mitt Romney. Let's see. He previously served as the governor. Oh, whatever. Request by celebrities. Kim in 2018. Following a request by celebrity Kim Kardashian. American with this cocaine trafficking organization and sentenced to life in prison. Holy hell.
No, I don't think that she would. I don't know.
He pardoned Johnson after she praised his leadership in the campaign video at the 2020 Republican. he was like, she congratulated me and I like it. We'll fucking do it. Cool. Let's see. Trump granted the three court martials.
She congratulated me. I can't do it.
So I grabbed her. Anyway, Trump granted executive clemency to three court martials U.S. military officers who accused of convicted of war crimes in Iraq and Afghanistan. Who? Well, it doesn't say. Yeah, it doesn't say. Congressman Chris Collins, Duncan D. Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Duncan D's.
Duncan
He's a Marine,
D.
though.
Nuts. Huh?
He's a Marine.
He was a Marine or
Yep.
raw?
Yeah. And a convicted felon. Ricky Rennes. He looks like a fucking wannabe mob boss. Wealthy individuals. Let's see. Was hired by a number of convicts to lobby for Trump for process of the office of pardon attorney. Dowd. Schlapp. Stupid. Pat Capone.
Mm-hmm.
A little weird. I don't know. It doesn't really like. Okay, so here's the pardons. Scooter Libby. Jab was a great boxer. Michael Chase Benham. Patrick Shane Nolan. I
If
don't
you guys
see.
want to, you guys, just to let you know, on the listener side of things, we're going through all the pardon or some of the pardons that Trump has made through.
Well, because you asked about fucking little Uzi vert pipe. Roger Stone.
I
Roger
knew
Stone?
that he pardoned some people that, and I don't know Uzi's real name, but I heard that he pardoned quite a few people that were wrongfully convicted.
Joe Exotic, that bitch, Carol Baskins. Carol Baskins is kind of a bitch, though.
I haven't seen the bio or the biography that she
Oh
did.
my god, you got no, not her, but did you watch Tiger King?
I've
That shit was fucking hilarious. That shit was hilarious. That made my COVID just that much more enjoyable. I never have COVID, but like the whole shutdown, we watched that whole series. There's a second part to it too that I haven't watched yet, but that show is fucking hilarious. This dude's playing with the exact same Ruger I have. He's like, oh, the magazine's not in it. It's loaded though. It won't fucking shoot. And he puts the fucking forever sleep. He self sleeps himself. And like, cause he's fucking stupid and playing with a gun and he's high on drugs. That's when you don't play with guns, kids.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play with guns, but especially if you're on drugs. You too, parents.
Yeah.
Like the fucking the shit in that show was just absolutely gold.
YouTube, everyone, that was just education on to what not to do. Make sure that everyone stays safe.
Yeah. Check your firearms before you start fucking with them.
Yeah. That's literally part of the firearm safety.
See, now, well, I know we're getting off topic, what we were just talking about. I have an issue with the whole fundamentals of firearm safety. I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm not saying that they're wrong. However, I think that there is a distinct difference between a loaded pistol and a chambered pistol. I can hand you a loaded gun and tell you it's not chambered. You're still going to look, and that's the right thing to do. But don't be like, oh, don't hand it to me. It's a loaded gun. It's not chambered. That's still loaded. It's not chambered, though.
Yeah, that's.
I can put a magazine in my gun. Nothing's going to happen. I can put a magazine in my gun, unracked, put a magazine in there, pull the trigger. Nothing's going to happen.
So
if I rack it back and chamber it.
Time out. Hold on. This is what I'm going to do.
I just think that there's a very distinct difference that people should understand between chambered and loaded.
Oh, hold on. So I'm going to explain it for everyone, both on Spotify, YouTube, everyone else. What I have here in my hand, guys, is a Taurus G2C. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to show that I am now removing the magazine. Removing the magazine. Now I am going to then rack the slide back to empty.
So now you are unchambered and unloaded.
Yes. So now, even though I haven't have any rounds,
Is your trigger reset?
Yes. So now I'm reasserting the magazine back into the gun. But
Now pull your trigger.
No, I can't do that. With YouTube and all that. There you go. I pulled the trigger. Nothing happened because nothing was chambered inside.
Yes, it was loaded.
But
it was not
hold on,
chambered.
Shush. Please. Just to let everyone know, too, I have my barrel pointed away and in a semi-safe direction.
Semi-safe. It's not safe to a bird.
Well, I know what I'm having for dinner tomorrow.
Chicken! Sky chicken.
Yeah. So, here's the difference.
My dad.
Okay. So, I will say this. When it comes to the rules of firearm safety, treat never keep. Treat every weapon as if it were loaded. Never aim at anything you don't intend to shoot. Keep your fingers straightened off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Keep your weapon unsafe until you're ready to fire. Those are the gun safety rules for me. Now, learning how to load and unload a weapon is a different thing. YouTube, by the way, we're not educating people on how to commit harm or anything. We're just showing the difference as to what it means. We're not
between chambered and loaded.
Yeah.
This is not how to put a magazine in. This is not how to load bullets into a magazine. This is just, it doesn't work that way. Like, if I know a gun is unchambered, I feel confident enough to pick it up. And there's certain people that I've been around in company with guns where it's like, you, for instance, okay? I know that you're not going to hand me a chambered pistol or a chambered rifle.
If I do, then I keep it pointed down range and inform you that it is chambered.
Exactly. And I'll check it, expend the round.
Yeah.
And then let the next one fall through. But the thing is I don't have to sit there and make sure it's unchambered. I know it's not chambered. You can hand me a loaded gun, and I feel safe about that. He who must not be named has flagged me once or twice.
Here's the thing. Yeah, fuck that guy. By the way, on our intro to the video, you can't handle your Glock for shit, by the way.
That wasn't a Glock.
Well, your pistol for shit.
That was just kind of like, I wasn't even aiming at a target. It was just shooting down range to fucking mag dump.
But still, you're just going like this and...
I hit everything. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't give a shit. I wasn't trying to be fucking goddamn Johnny on the fucking spot with my pistol and shit. I was just firing to fucking fire and lay down fucking rounds. I don't give a shit.
It's safe, by the way. But when you try to do the fucking recoil, focus on the recoil, it's called point of return. So when you go to return, okay, I see you. Not want to better yourself, guys.
It was now. See, here's the thing that people. Now, hang on. Let me talk. Here's the thing that people think that I'm trying to like in that clip that I'm just trying to like be badass. I was mag dumping specifically for the act of mag dumping. That's why you see me shoulder bump firing the AR in the end, because I was mag dumping for the literal sense of just hearing that motherfucker pop.
ATF comes knocking in.
Hey, you know what? And I'll defend that shit against them too. I like the way a gun sounds. I want to hear the boom, boom, boom. I made it go boom, and you can suck my dick, ATF.
By the way, you notice how mad he's kind of getting mad a little bit. He knows that I'm trying to pick at him a little bit.
But see, like that's the thing. Like I showed my buddy Zach that he's like, you have no pistol control. And I was like, you motherfucker, did you not see me just mag dumping this shit because I wanted to? I had 1,000 rounds of ammo. I had 1,000 rounds of pistol ammo. I did not give a fuck about ammo that day. I think we shot at least 600-700 rounds of ammo that day because I didn't care. I was on vacation. And that was actually an old 45. That was actually Kevin's dad's old 45. And that thing was it kicks to the right anyway, though, too. So
hopefully
his dad's 45. His dad's 45 is really funny. So it kicks to the right just a little bit, but even though it kicks to the right, when it does, it kind of turns because it's a very old 45. It was like 1940 something 45 or some shit from like that when his dad was a police officer. The shell, instead of going out, it goes straight up and back. So even if the gun's angled, it'll still come straight out and back. And I've actually got video of him dual firing 245s, and you can see the 145 that he's firing is our buddy Joel's, and it's got a perfect arc out to the left.
Yeah,
because that's where his is. That's what his is, the left-handed one. And then you see Kevin's, and you see it go up and back, up and back, up and back, and then he gets one lodged in his ear pro next to his head and goes.
What, the casing or what?
Yeah, the casing. I thought that was funny as shit.
So what
I have that video.
What I've gone to learn is that if you say with your pistol or your
magic bullet,
any of your rifle, if your casing of your round goes kind of more towards the forward, it's under gassed. If it's flying out to the side, it's perfectly gassed. But if it's flying to the back of you, towards the back of you, then it's overly gassed.
Did I ever show you the magic bullet? My magic bullet from my AR?
No. Oh, yeah, you showed me that once.
Yeah. That's my magic bullet. You know what the even funnier about this is?
What?
Is this motherfucker is still live. This is a live round. This is just, without the deformation, this has the exact same properties as any other round that I own, except it's going to blow my fucking rifle up if I try to shoot it.
So, Scottsdale, do you know what company keeps the love of freedom still alive in the hearts of Americans? I reached deep for that one.
You're like, just to end this peacefully, Article 1776, and you can find us at article1776.com. You can also find us weekly on YouTube at Article 1776 Podcast.
And on Spotify, everything else.
And Google Podcasts.
Make sure you go get the...
Are we on Stitcher yet?
Huh?
Are we on Stitcher yet?
No, not yet. No, I got to work that one out. But we're on Google Podcasts, Spotify, and of course, the YouTubes. And go copy up.
I found this out. While you're talking about YouTube. If you have the YouTube radio app or YouTube music app, you can still find us on there too.
There you go. Also, go pick up the tax hikes crack pipes shirt over at article1776.com. So
picture right there. Bam.
So, guys, I want to say thank you so much for everything. Scottsdale, give them your socials and everything.
Scottsdale 87 on OnlyFans,
where you could see him flick his baked bean,
flicking a can of baked beans with a 22. Call me the 50 cal plinkster.
You didn't get what I said, did you?
Yeah, no flicking beans. Yeah, no, I got Scottsdale 87, Twitch, Twitter, Yahoo. Wow, I'm going old school now. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and soon to be Kick.
Same.
Not the messaging app Kick, like Kick as in like the streaming service platform.
And pretty soon after after this, I'm gonna be heading over to Twitch to play some COD with some Scottsdale over here if he wants to play. If you happen to catch that,
Yeah, we'll see what's up.
But guys, I want to say thank you so much for everything. We love y'all so much, and freedom the fuck on.
Oh wait. So I want to start doing this new thing, little bits of wisdom. Every week I'll have a new bit of wisdom. The first one is horses run around on their fingernails. Have a good night.